Did I see you? I'm sorry. My dog jumped. It's finally here. It is time to do our KCC FFL1 draft review. I know it's been almost a week. I'm busy. Deal with it. So here we go. Great draft, everyone. It was fun as usual. 5 of the guys were on what? Internet somewhere. I don't know. So it kind of took away a little bit of the fun that only 7 of the 12 guys were actually at the draft. One day you guys will fly in. Probably not. Oh, how about this deal? Anyone wins the lottery, you're paying for a live draft somewhere, Vegas, Hawaii, I don't care where, but you're flying us all to a draft place and we're going to have a fun draft. But you're paying because you won the lottery. All right, let's get busy. Don't forget, NFL Pick'ems. First team with most NFL picks right after week 8 gets $100. Following 8 weeks, another $100. King of the Mountain, team with the highest point total after weekly point total. Team with the highest weekly point total after the first 8 weeks gets $100. Same thing for the next 8 weeks. Nothing else has changed because I forgot to mention how I wanted to change something with I don't know, something with defense and special teams. I can't remember what though. I haven't looked. I'll have to hopefully remember next year. Anyway, that's it. Same team in this league. We don't have any changes in this one. It's always the same teams. I love it. So I did our review, right? And according to our review, I did pretty well, I think. Actually, you know what? No, I didn't. Okay, so I only had one team that I didn't really like, and I'm going to save that for a lot later. I had 4 teams I actually did kind of like. There are 4 teams I do like. Everyone else is in the middle. I know you're excited to hear my ranting going on of who I have. So let's get to it. First up, hold on, I got to get to this draft thing. Grid. All right. In the middle, we'll start there. Mike Lehman. Yeah, because you actually drafted your team, so you're not like awesome. You didn't have someone else draft your team. But don't worry, the guy that drafted your team, I don't have him in the top either. But Mike Lehman, where are you at? Let's go over your team real quick. Everyone's going to have the top 3 spots pretty good. It's depth. What can you do with your depth? Mike Thomas, Juju Schuster, Steph Diggs. So you went 3 stud receivers, which is awesome. That definitely means you're going to be weak somewhere. And it could pay off. You got Duke Johnson and Darius Geis. 2 guys that are still up in the air. Darius Geis, will he stay healthy and will he take over the starting role? Odds are yes. For starting health, we'll find out. But then he also has Chris Thompson and Adrian Peterson. So we'll see. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say this real quick. Nebraska's winning only 14-7, and it's almost halftime. Ohio State is destroying their team they're playing. Wisconsin destroyed the team they're playing. Yeah, Huskers, you're not going to be all that. So let's go back here. Duke Johnson, they're going to find another running back to come in and be the 3-down back. Right now, Duke is the 3-down back, but that ain't going to last. You do have LaShawn McCoy, which is funny because LaShawn McCoy got released, and I think he may be going to Houston, possibly. But I don't think he's going to do any good. He's worthless. You have Kareem Hunt. He ain't going to do much, I don't think. Who is this? Lewis. D. Lewis. Oh, Deion Lewis. Yeah. Who else do you got? Who's your quarterback? Baker Mayfield. I like Baker if I get to watch him. I don't want him on my fantasy team because he may do really good one week and then really bad another week. That's how I feel he's going to be. Njoku is your tight end. Not thrilled with him because of all the weapons they have. I don't know if he'll get much action. He could. And then I'll be eating my words. Okay, Mike? Other than that, your team is just in the middle to me. That's all. Just in the middle. Another team in the middle, Teddy, who couldn't make the draft because he couldn't find a babysitter. I know. You've only had 3.5 months to plan for this draft. Whatever. Teddy. Where's your team at, man? Teddy. I'm gonna assume that are you number 3 or number 2? You're number 2. All right, so you got Saquon Barkley and Kerryon Johnson. It is so crazy how many drafts I've seen where Saquon Barkley and Kerryon Johnson are on the same team. Then Mike Evans, George Kittle, Robert Woods, Tariq Cohen, Allen Robinson, Dante Pettis. So you're set at wide receiver with Mike Evans, Robert Woods, Allen Robinson, Pettis. I like it. Kittle also like it a lot. Obviously, we like your 2 stud running backs. Kerryon Johnson's problem is health already. I mean, we've already seen it last year. Will he make it through all 16 weeks? I don't know. Adrian Peterson will start possibly, but he'll start losing carries. I like your quarterback, Carson Wentz. I do. I love it. I mean, I put you in the middle, but I put your team in the high middle. I do like it. Probably like, 5-6, something like that. Other than that, Houston Texans defense, I think just took another huge hit. I don't know. Let me see if I'm right. Let me click on Roto World. Somebody told me that Jadeveon Clowney is going to Houston or Seattle, which that would be huge there. Jadeveon Clowney. No, I don't see anything. I think whoever told me that was drinking. All right. Anyway, your team's in the high middle. Another team in the middle. Steve Lehman. Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell. 2 good running backs, but 2 running backs that I think are going to be, what are you going to do? Bell has a lot of other running backs that they can use to not to keep him healthy. So I don't know if he's going to have the big production he had 2 years ago. Todd Gurley, same thing. So good running backs in the past, but will they repeat what they've been doing is the question. Amari Cooper, was last year just a fluke going to Dallas, or is he really going to be a super stud? Marlon Mack just lost Andrew Luck, so now there's more weight on his shoulders being the running back, but will defenses also stack the box? We'll see. DJ Moore and Alshon Jeffries, not bad. Just not bad. Not great, but not bad. Not a fan of Jared Cook. Drew Brees, I love him, even though he's older. I still love him. But you don't have much for the good old running back depth. Literally, if Gurley's knees break down, he might be done. And if Marlon Mack gets hurt, or if he loses his spot, he may lose his running spot. They got that Donta Foreman, too, who I thought was going to be a stud in Houston, but guess not. But I wonder if Houston wishes they still had Donta Foreman. Derek, in the middle, not the bottom, Derek. Not the bottom. Or do I have you? Well, I could have you at the bottom, but I only have really one team I think's at the bottom, and that's it. But your team, let's see, Derek. Derek. Where are you, Derek? Sasquatch. There you are. You got James Conner, Sony Michel. Now that really kind of threw me for a loop. You took Sony Michel in the 2nd round. I think Sony Michel is more of a 4th round guy. But hey, if you want him that bad and you don't think he'll make it back to you, then yeah, you got to take him. I personally would have took Kerryon Johnson before him, or even Josh Jacobs before him, or Chris Carson before him. But hey, it's not my team. It's yours. So you do what you want. James Conner, Sony Michel, and then you took Russell Wilson. I mean, wow, that was the 2nd quarterback taken. 2nd. You didn't take Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson. No, I'm taking Russell Wilson. Good for you. All right, so you took him. More power to you. Then you took Tyler Lockett. I can see Lockett at that spot. T.Y. Hilton. I can see why he dropped because of the Andrew Luck thing. Austin Eckler was an interesting move in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th round. Not too bad. Whoever had Melvin Gordon's probably like kicking their butt now. But Austin Eckler, as long as Melvin's not playing, he'll be a good running back. Love your tight end, Hunter Henry. And you got Eric Ebron, who now I think Eric Ebron might be pretty good too with Jacoby Brissett. Chargers defense, Ty Montgomery. Oh, you got Ty Montgomery for he might get good receptions. Anyway, still just a middle of the road team. Okay. But you're not at the bottom. Mike O'Reilly. Yeah. You have Julio and Davante Adams. Then you got Chris Carson and David Montgomery. So you're like, dude, my team's awesome. It is. That is awesome. I love that. That is awesome. But AJ Green, anyone who drafts AJ Green, it's going to put a ding on your roster just because the dude won't even play until probably week 3 at the best. That usually means week 5 because he's not a quick healer. Last time they brought him back too early and he got re-injured. So this time I think they're going to take their time. I don't think we're going to see AJ Green until week 5, personally. Miles Sanders, I think he will be the starter eventually. So you got 3 good running backs. OJ Howard, Latavius Murray, Royce Freeman. Okay, so OJ Howard will be a good tight end. You got a good starting roster of starters, but your depth, obviously, it's going to hurt. Jamal Williams, eventually, Aaron Jones will get hurt, right? So you got Jamal Williams. Jameis Winston and Kirk Cousins are your quarterbacks. I think you're going to start Kirk Cousins eventually over Jameis Winston. What? Yes, I think so. Jameis Winston, I like the guy, but he is so an enemy of his own self because he makes so many bad decisions. Cleveland defense, good. Cole Beasley, nice last pick. I think Cole Beasley will be a good flex. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to get 6 catches a game, maybe 8, and but he won't get a lot of yards. He'll get average about 7 to 10 yards a catch, but that's 60 yards, 60 to 80 yards. I think he'll average more like 60 yards though on a typical game. Still, good team, just middle of the road. Did I go over Mike's team? I did. Teddy's team? I did. My team. Oh, you thought I was going to keep mine at the top or the bottom? No. I'm in the middle. Yeah, I like my team, just not the best. I got David Johnson, and I was planning to take Damian Williams. But seeing DeAndre Hopkins fall that far in the second round, I'm like, dude, the guy is the number 1 wide receiver. Is he hurt? I was like looking and looking. I'm like, no, he's not hurt. So I took DeAndre, and it screwed up my whole philosophy of how I draft, but I went back to it right away. Took Josh Jacobs, and I took Josh Jacobs over Devontae Freeman, over Chris Carson, even though I kind of wish I took Chris Carson. Anyway, I got Josh Jacobs. I think he'll do good there. And then I took Mark Ingram, and I was really struggling not to take him, but I needed another running back. I could have took Melvin Gordon, and I probably should have. Did he really go in the 5th round? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th round. Man, and I should have took Melvin Gordon probably. My mistake. Dang, I didn't even realize that. I should have took Melvin Gordon. Even though he's still holding out, I would have took Austin Eckler in the following round. I took Mark Ingram, and I'm not a fan of the Ravens' running game because they all get the ball. You don't know how much you're going to get. And I took Tyler Boyd thinking, hey, he's going to start for the first 3 to 5 games as the number 1. And by then, I think Dalton and him will get a rapport going whether or not A.J. Green comes back. So I think Boyd will be the man there. And Jarvis Landry will be the man there, I think, because him and Baker like each other anyway, without Odell, with or without Odell. So I think he'll do good. D.D. Westbrook. Did I really get D.D. Westbrook? I did. Nick Foles really seems to like him, so I like him. I like my team. Don't get me wrong. I got Jared Goff and Big Ben. Rams defense. I like my team. I just think there's a few others that are better. So should we get into that, or who I think is at the bottom? The one team, I think. I don't know what you were doing this weekend, man. Were you distracted or what? Or you just, I don't know. But Matt Hoppa. Matt, I don't know. I mean, obviously, let's get through the 4 good players, maybe 5. Kamara, Kelsey, Antonio Brown, Zach Ertz. Well, the thing with Zach Ertz is I don't think he's going to he'll be productive. I just don't know if he'll be near as productive as before. whereas he's worthy of that high of a pick for a tight end. Melvin Gordon, I think, will be really good. I think he's going to come back. It may be week 3, 4, or 5, but I think he'll be back. Maybe I'm still thinking he could get traded to Houston. I think Houston should be trying to do this. I think Melvin Gordon's worth giving up a second rounder at least, unless San Diego, LA wants a first rounder. But then you went Christian Kirk. I'm confused with Arizona's passing game right now because A, Kyler is not on target, and B, they got like 4 or 5 receivers that he could throw to, and we don't know who it's going to be. Fitzgerald, Kirk, Crabtree, what's a Isabella guy? I mean, there's like too many guys, and then a tight end. Will Fuller. I mean, they got to throw to somebody else besides Cook, and it'll probably be Fuller. Matt Breida is your third running back. Third running back, right? Yeah, after Melvin Gordon. And if Melvin doesn't play, you got Kenyon Drake. I'm sorry, I see that. Kenyon Drake. We don't even know how well he'll do because he's already struggling. Who is that? Justice Hill, Tony Pollard. That'll be good because obviously it's looking more and more like Ezekiel's not going to play. But still, your team has so many question marks. I just don't know how good your team really is going to do. I'm sorry, man. I got you at the bottom. All right, now time for my top 4 teams in any order. I don't know where. What do you want? I can't pause it. Dummy. Let's go with Christopher Drake. Even though you didn't get Josh Jacobs like you were so hoping for, you did get Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb and Devontae Freeman. That is freaking awesome. Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp. I really was hoping you would have took what's his name? Robert Woods too. Because I think you might have been able to. No, I guess you couldn't have. But I think it's awesome because Jared Goff is going to be throwing that ball. Evan Ingram, awesome tight end, I think, this year. I think Evan Ingram will be top 3 tight end by the end of the year if he's healthy. Josh Gordon, another good pick. I think him and Brady are going to connect like they did before he left. Curtis Samuels, all the hype that he's getting now, he could turn into a stud. Robbie Anderson, we'll see if him and Sam Darnold are going to connect. You got Dalvin's backup. Cam Newton is your main quarterback. I don't like Lamar Jackson, but if Cam Newton is healthy like they say he is, Cam Newton's going to be all that. Where'd you go? Then you got, Damian Harris. Is that his name? Damian Harris? Yeah. He might take over for Sonny Michel, possibly, if Sonny doesn't start off good. That's about it, I think. So anyway, I like that team a lot. I do. And yeah, Dagan, I don't care if you think this live streaming is boring. It's not for your pleasure. Another team, Archie. What? I got Archie's team up there? I've never had Archie's team in the top. But let's go over it. Joe Mixon, number 1. Odell Beckham could be awesome. If he's healthy, he's always awesome. Derrick Henry, if he continues what he did last year, last half of the season, he'll be awesome. Deshaun Watson, sweet. Sammy Watkins will get yards also. Mike Williams, nice pick with Mike Williams. Vance McDonald, good tight end. And then you got, I did this before, like Cameron Payne's gone. Ronald Jones, I thought at the time was going to be the starting running back, but he looks like he might be either on the bench or something. But you got the Bears defense, which boosted a bit. Anyway, I don't know. I would put you at the bottom of the top 4, probably number 4, but you also might be number 5-ish. But you're up there. And then let's go with Darren, the donkey. So, took Patrick Mahomes, number 1 overall. Wow, that's awesome. I love seeing a guy who's a Bronco fan taking a Chief number 1 overall in the fantasy draft. That is freaking awesome. I mean, other Bronco fans might stab you in the back. But then you got Keenan Allen, and what you did with your team to drafting a quarterback and receiver first. You got Leonard Fournette, then Julian Edelman, then Tevin Coleman, then Corey Davis, then Jordan Howard. Now, Jordan Howard, I think, is going to lose his running back spot to Miles Sanders eventually. So you might want to try and make a trade with, was it Mike O'Reilly or whoever? Yeah, Mike O'Reilly, who has Miles Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders, Geronimo Allison, Greg Olson. I think Greg Olson is going to be comeback player of the year if he's healthy. Who is C. Moore? Chris Moore. Oh, nobody. That's the first draft he was drafted in. And Randall Cobb also. Who's your other quarterback? You got. I guess you're like, I don't need one. Oh, you got Trubisky. I hate Trubisky. Anyway, I think your team is pretty solid. Depth, we'll find out, but I think it's pretty solid.
Pirine just got released.
Who?
Pirine.
Oh, really? Pirine? Oh, he might go to Houston. So Darren, I got you in the top 4. I don't know why, but I do. That leaves one team. Noah and Jim. Yeah, I got you guys in the top. As long as Ezekiel Elliott does eventually, hopefully comes back soon. Having Ezekiel Elliott, Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen. Now, the Philip Lindsay pick really threw me off. You must really like him. I don't know if I would have took Philip Lindsay. I would have took 1, 2, 3, 4. Who could I have taken? Tevin Coleman. I probably would have took Tevin Coleman over him. Or Darius Geis over him. I don't know about Philip Lindsay. We'll find out. Kenny Golladay, you got 3 awesome wide receivers. Matt Ryan's your quarterback. James White, I really do like, as long as you can figure out which week he's going to be good. So basically, you just play him on the weeks that they're going to play defenses that are good rush defenses, so he'll get all those dump-off passes. That's it. Then you got Darrell Henderson. Golden Tate will be really good after week 4's suspension. I do like that team. Not saying it's my favorite team, but I think it's a quality team. Good job. All right, that is my draft review. I know it sucked and it's boring, but hey, I don't give a crap. It is fantasy football time. Well, it's NFL time now. So I have one person chatting on my live. I'm doing a live stream because something's wrong with my camera where I can't record right. So I'm trying live stream, and some moron keeps chiming in. Dagan. Anyway, y'all have a great week. Good NFL season. Bad luck to you all. That's it. Go nose pickers. Now, where do I stop this end stream?